Actually, this is additional feature which is also can be very good for the PUCCH capacity improvement. This is a very good one called spatial bundling, for example, as you can see here. Actually, the main idea of that part, if you remember in the previous one, when we were showing the example of two transport block, the user send two different acknowledgement, right? The user send two different acknowledgement to two different acknowledgement to the uplink, right? Two acknowledgement. That's why it's increasing. Kind of you have more carriers or you have more transport blocks, so you need to send additional acknowledgement. I did a correction here, but let me explain. So initially, without the spatial bundling or without this feature, okay, what would be the scenario? As we explained before, you have, for example, transport block transmitted here and one here and two here. Two transport block whenever you have, for example, let's say rank 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, and you have, for example, two transport block need to be transmitted. So the user, the UE feedback should be sent separately for each transport block. So you need to send two acknowledgements, one for the transport block 1 and one for transport block 2. This is a normal case scenario without using this feature. And this is in case if this feature is being used, you can send one acknowledgement to acknowledge both of transport blocks. Okay, so for example, if you look into that part in the bottom figure here, that initially the user will check the HARQ acknowledgement for both transport blocks. If he found that both transport blocks being received and both of them are positive, then he will send a single positive HARQ-ACK, as you can see here, just a single one, not two. So this is will give a significant improvement in terms of the uplink overhead, okay, for the PCH capacity. But the drawbacks of that part, or a potential drawbacks, in case if one of them only is being failed and the other one is being successful, so since not both of them being acknowledged, we will send a negative feedback, one negative feedback, telling them that please retransmit both of them. So this will increase the retransmission volume, because at the end, in case the transmitter was need only to retransmit one of them, it will be transmitting that both of them, even if only one is being failed. And this is the potential drawback. So this feature, for example, can be very useful in the scenarios where you know that you have a perfect coverage. Let's assume you have indoor coverage, indoor sites or event site where you know that coverage is granted, and there is no like very low error in the site and so on. So you can enable for that part for the events to improve the capacity point of view, because you are not worry about the user, for example, will have multiple errors and so on. So it's better to do this kind of bundling to improve your uplink capability. But again, this is again same scenario, require a UE capability, special UE capability called spatial bundling HARQ, supported, and also to require the capability from the network itself for both even PUCCH or BCH to make this kind of bundling. And this is very interesting feature, as I mentioned. Next part actually will be the last part of this session, which is a quick comparison between 4G and 5G.